myself how to be a streamer here. It's been 2 weeks and I feel like I've lost like all of my memory of everything. Alright. Right.
That's so fair, yeah.
Oh, thank you for hosting, Scylla.
Hosting the stream she's in. Understandable. Alright, welcome everybody back to Doki Dokies. We're gonna be doing the side stories today. I'm here, as always, with the FurBabies. We got VTuber Priscilla. Hey. And we got Binti Yukime.
Hello, I'm Binti Yukime.
And we got Momoka, just Momoka.
It's me.
Just only Momoka. Alright, so yeah, we beat the game last time, the actual story mode, and we're just gonna go through and do all the side stories, which is mostly the extra content that the Plus added. So most of it was just side stories.
Right.
So yeah, it's extra content, so it's valid. It was worth the what, $2, $3?
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, because this is all new content that I haven't seen before. So, all right. So do we want to go in order, or do we want to pick specific characters that we want to do, or because we have Momoka and Sayori, and then we have Sayori and Yuri, Natsuki, Monika, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, Monika, and Yuri, Natsuki.
I kind of like the idea of going in order, just so that way it's like.
I'm not sure if they're like chronologically in order,
Right.
but
I think that makes sense, though.
Hi, Jaju! Yeah, I missed New Year's, so Happy New Year's! Happy New Year's, guys!
Happy New Year's.
I'm 10 days late, but you know.
It's still the new year.
Right?
You didn't miss all of 2022, so it's okay.
True, not all of it. Yeah, they're side stories, but it's only in the,
DLC or whatever.
it's only in the plus mode. Yes.
Just like the game release that came out middle of last year.
Yeah, it's still very recent, even though most people have finished it before I have, but you know. It doesn't matter. Also, we're gonna do a special shout out for the Scylla, because it's Scylla's birthday today.
Happy Bunny.
Happy bunny birthday!
Aw, thank you. I am
I don't-
older.
You are older. We don't have to shout out ages, but you are definitely older now. I'm gonna give you all the hearts. Happy Monday, Scylla. Aw, that's so cute. I love it.
Scylla's at least 4 years old now.
Nice. At least. Or we could say, in gamer terms, Priscilla has leveled up.
Yeah.
I like that better. It makes me feel like more accomplished. Instead of saying, God, I'm 1 year older, I'm like, I leveled up. Yeah. Hi, Connor. How are you? Hi, Jaju. Hi, Dusty. Hi, Shiver. Oh, goodness.
I'm sorry, it's my cough.
coughing.
It's okay. It's okay. Nerd, hi! Alright, so we want to go in order? Is that the consensus? Okay, so we're gonna be starting with Sayori Monika, I suppose, with Trust. We have music! Ooh, spicy. Pretty. Pretty music.
Soccer trials.
Happy birthday, Bunny plushie, Connor says.
Aw, thank you.
Literature Club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? I miss the big club.
Oh. Hi, Cordy. Thank you for the hugs.
Nerd, do you mean the music is too loud? Because I can turn it down. Oh, am I going back to narrator? I guess. 'Cause-
Oh yeah, I figured that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that'll
I
work.
can do it if you want.
No, I don't mind. Okay, settings. Let's turn the music down then.
It's very good music, but it is very loud.
Valid. That better? Not Doki Doki's music? Oh, I have a track going, my bad.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I did not realize that was turned on. That's one of my tracks. Well, why didn't you all say something? Jeez! What do I even have you all for? Alright, not the FurBabies, everybody in chat, because I can't listen to, you know,
Right.
my own
I have the stream muted. So
Yeah.
that I can like.
Right. No, it's not. It's not, Dusty. It's not. I'm just a dumb streamer. It's fine. It's been 2 weeks, guys. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I was out sick for a week because of a cold, and then I was like taking a week off for the holidays. So between all of that nonsense, I just forgot everything. But it's fine.
That's understandable.
This is my ease back into streaming kind of day, so. Alright. Monica is the only member of the literature club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless.
Am I going about this wrong?
Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?"
Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over their club interests. You can't just rely on people liking literature. You need to sell them on a vision. A vision.
You gotta commercialize this shit, Monica. Come on. Get it together.
But what kind of vision?
Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet and the noise of the air conditioning is soothing.
Oh no.
Relatable.
Very relatable.
Right? I don't know who's saying this. I think Sayori, probably.
Probably Sayori, yeah.
Hello? Yeah.
It's the girl!
The girl.
The girl! Suddenly a voice causes Monica to snap awake. This music, though.
Poppin'.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I never do this.
Is this the napping club?
Hell yeah. Send me a, a booklet. I want to know about that club.
No, this is...
Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the literature club.
This is the literature club.
Yay! I thought I got it wrong for a sec.
That's a momo.
Super sorry, it was like so unprofessional of me to do that.
Don't apologize. I do that all the time.
Oh,
Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody?
well, about that. This is everybody.
Ouch.
Really? Just you?
But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it.
Hold on a sec. If it's just you... That means I get to be vice president!
Yes.
I love her.
Wait, vice president?
Yeah, I really missed her peppiness, honestly.
Right?
That's so nice.
What are your qualifications?
Well, I'm better at napping than you.
Valid, valid.
Maybe I should be president?
You're just making fun of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What was your name?
Sayori.
Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too.
Aww.
Aw. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president.
I mean, I'm sure that
Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori.
I'm sorry that this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least?
Well, no. Wait. I want to join now.
Aww.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so...
Aww. She's so sweet.
Yeah. Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way.
Monica. That's such a cool name.
Well, now you're just trying to cheer me up.
But you're smiling.
Well, I didn't say it didn't work.
Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it.
So what do we do first?
Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members.
I can do that.
Cool. And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission.
My mission is to make everything happy.
Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it.
Hey, do you like hugs? I love
She's
how
so cute.
straightforward she is.
Right?
I guess so.
I love hugs. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then lets go.
Some people can just really sometimes.
Hmm.
So cute. Besides,
Sayori whispers loudly.
hug energy is what keeps me at my best.
Hug energy.
Hug energy?
Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member, but...
Well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people.
Yeah, me too.
When they go home, they just like lay on their bed and think about their life's existence. That's what I do. They're like, oh, I forgot to even think about that. A day passes and the time comes for the literature club, Monica and Sayuri, to reconvene. That's a good word. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori.
It's been 10 minutes already.
Where's that hug energy, Sayori? Come on, get in here.
Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? Well, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried.
Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper.
Sorry I'm late. I'm here.
It's okay. Welcome back.
It was literally me right before the stream. I'm like, sorry, I'm late.
And...
Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, it's a poem.
Aw.
You can read it.
I guess, okay.
Yeah.
Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland.
Oh.
That's so cute.
Aw.
Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori?
Of course. Wait. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper.
Huh?
I wasn't ready to share that yet. Ah, I'm so embarrassed.
Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often?
I do, but I am sure not anywhere near as good as it. I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as it as you are.
Really? I'm actually pretty terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything that I was happy with. Relatable.
Oof.
Like, I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like,
Damn, as a writer, that's extremely relatable. I read things like months or years after I've written them, and I'm like, oh god, what was I thinking?
Mm-hmm.
wow, this is so stupid. I don't know.
But I also kind of think it's like, you know, doing art or like as a content creator, like, you know, obviously you're gonna have to start somewhere and you're gonna improve as you go, so it's like stepping stones, you know?
Right. Yeah, definitely.
It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that.
Aw. You should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president.
I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that.
Doing what?
You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that.
So this is all Sayori's fault, is what she's saying.
Oh, yeah. I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. So, I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident.
Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future.
I love that. Hello. Oh, jeez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together?
My brainstorm's so hard. It was like a brain hurricane.
I love it. Aww.
My brain is a natural disaster.
That is a mood. Holy crap. Oh my god.
That's so good. Sorry, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list.
I thought it was pretty darn good myself.
Maybe cupcakes?
Hell yeah. And cookies.
I was hungry. But it's a good idea. Isn't it?
Bake sale. Bake sale.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this. I mean, when did we have the chance to give people cupcakes?
You know, like when they come into the club.
If you join the club, you get some cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Bribery.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the day I sold my soul for a cupcake.
Right?
What if we said we had cupcakes on the flyers?
Yo.
I'm kind of worried that we bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know?
And that's gonna be a lot of cupcakes. If it's like every day you had to bring in cupcakes.
True. Wrong kinds.
Oh, hi Sonic.
Hello, hello. People would just come for the cupcakes and then leave.
Aw, nobody would do that.
Well,
Well.
That would be mean.
you know, I want to find people who are really into literature. Even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list. hunt for people reading books.
Hunt.
We have to hunt people.
I mean, that's kind of what I do. I like
That's
hide
fair.
behind the wall, like, whoop! What's she reading?
I don't think I get it.
Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. And we tell them to check out the literature club.
Just runs up to somebody reading, join the literature club! Reading person, what?
Well, the problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they're just reading for fun?
Well, we could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Okay, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that.
I'm useful.
Valid.
Oh,
I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people.
what if you told them about the club activities and stuff?
What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? Okay. Okay, Sayori, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that.
Wow.
You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club?
Probably like literature is stupid. Wow. I'm joining the anime club. She's literally just thinking about
Hi, Kazik.
True. Classic.
Hey, Kazak. Hi, Kazak.
What the heck?
Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine.
Literally thinking about her baby, yeah?
Oh, fur baby.
Oh, far baby.
Okay. What if I said that we, like, do group reading and discuss it together?
Did it give you 2 IAs, Kazak? I only heard 1.
I would probably nap through that.
That's you, Sayori.
Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch their interest, you know?
I honestly don't remember. That's understandable. I think I can redeem another one for you. I only heard 1, so I'm gonna say only 1 happened. Where? I think I can redeem it. Oh, no, it's on cooldown. Okay. Well, I'll redeem it for you in like 3 minutes. I know! It's so cute. Did you say that already?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It sucks. Why is this so hard?
Monica. Don't be sad.
What do you like a lot about literature, Sayori?
Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier.
Hi, Rain. The Gay Literature Club. Oh my god, it's my time to be here.
I think it's a chance to express yourself.
Express yourself.
Express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing a normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know?
In this suppressive society.
Mm-hmm. It's like intimate.
Whoa. You know, intimate.
You know.
You know. Yeah. How do we get that across to people?
Dusty knows.
We could be like, express your true self.
Be intimate with us.
Don't say that! Don't say that!
Okay, that's kind of.
That's gonna bring in the perverts.
I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh.
What is it?
I forgot all of my things in my classroom.
Oh my gosh.
I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me.
Rushed, but weren't. Never mind. Do you want to get yourself then?
Don't lewd my game. The game lewds itself. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'll forget if I don't do it now.
Well, I'll wait for you then.
Okay, it'll only take a second.
Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper.
Express yourself. Be who you want to be.
B-A-R-B-I-E.
Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out.
That should be my motto.
No. Right into your heart. Right the way into your heart.
Right the way into your heart.
Aww.
Join the literature club. Right the way into your heart.
Hey.
So cute.
Aww.
Wow, that's lame.
But it becomes a bop later.
So
Mhm.
good.
Monica!
You startled me.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is the side story, the first one. And I've been okay. I took a break for the holidays, and then I took a break because I caught a cold, but I am mostly recovered now. It's just my nose is a little congested, so if you hear me sniffling a lot, that's why.
Understandable.
Understandable.
But it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book.
It's my new waifu.
Reading a book?
Let's hurry and recruit her.
Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework?
I could tell she was really into it.
Well, I guess we could take a look. go.
Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way.
This way.
You don't have to run.
Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper.
See, in here.
Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book.
I feel like a creep doing this.
You should go inside and talk to her.
Me?
You're the president, and I would probably scare her away.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
Monica takes a deep breath, then timidly enters the classroom.
That was fast.
Gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
Why? What happened?
Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and walked out.
Mm,
So
And-
relatable.
right?
That's kind of cute.
Mood, right?
I have to disagree, Rain. Monica is best girl.
Ooh. Oh.
But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club.
I hope so. Shall we head back now?
The two head back to the club room, Sayori feeling rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resume their strategy meeting. They discuss various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two end in a better spot than from where they began.
Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think we're starting to make progress.
The opposite of Congress.
I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this?
Sayori appears with the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier.
Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself.
Join the literature club. Right the way into your heart? That's so cute.
It's the right way. Aw, thanks, Rain.
Thank you. I thought I was a little overdramatic.
But
Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment.
you know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit.
What? What do you mean?
Like,
Oh,
I
you
don't
know.
know. You can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong.
Yeah, but
Would you call yourself a perfectionist?
yeah. Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that.
Mood.
Yeah.
But I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything. So I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. I'm just really afraid of it deviating from that. The vision.
What's the vision?
It's...
Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs.
I don't know. I just want everyone to...
Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her fingers against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart.
I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you.
Sorry. My,
What's up?
my, person that's making my Heather cosplay sent me a picture and I'm excited.
Aw, cute.
I'll send you a picture to the group chat later.
Okay.
Monica returns Sayori's smile.
It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever.
Sayori nods and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight, trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn.
Time to go home?
You tell me. You're the president.
Right?
In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow.
Me too.
Sayori beams and grabs her things.
You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still.
Oh, I can wait.
Alright, I just want some alone time.
Valid.
In that case...
Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica.
Good luck.
Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the club room. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides that it was something she probably needed right about now.
The club that I need the most? I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us.
Yo.
Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect.
Oh. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk.
Did Sayori leave it behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it.
Worried, Monica opens the folder to check.
Oh.
It's a folder of poems.
I guess I'll read this one.
Yeah.
Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All for me. All for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Every day. Pluck, pluck, pluck. So pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die, and you too.
Oh.
Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. And that is why I've decided I must become the flower.
Dang. Oh.
What the? Wait. Sayori?
Oh. That's it.
Aw. Baby.
I feel so bad for her.
Oh wait, we got a message. What? Having run the control simulation, it's evident that certain character is missing from any mention or appearance. This makes me speculate that Monica's meddling is less clumsy than we think, because she would have had to manufacture this character herself as a way of forcing interaction between her and the user. Could that be why the character has such limited and dissonant personality traits, or am I reading too much into this? I'll open an issue to start tracking info and observations on the anomaly of this character appearing.
What?
What?
That's so weird.
Aww, I like that one.
Aw, cute. Pretty.
Oh,
Cute.
we got new
Well, I love these guys
music.
already. They're so good.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's just like stories before, you know, everything happened
Right,
in the
yeah.
in the actual game.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. All right, side story 1, part 2. Let's go. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club task, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem.
I'm so stupid. Did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I've been asking about feelings. So much for the stupid vision.
F in the chat. Oof. Suri enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern.
Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. Oh, that's you. That's you.
I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend.
Monica shakes her head.
I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours.
Sayori responds quietly,
What are you talking about?
but as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization.
I left my folder here.
Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response.
I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that.
Why? We're friends, right?
Wordlessly, Sayori nods.
Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me.
Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy.
This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish.
Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend.
I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy.
No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine.
Yeah.
This explains why Monica knew about Sayori's behavior after FurBaby was involved. Ah, yeah, it does.
That makes sense, yeah.
Monica takes a
Yeah,
deep
okay.
breath. Yeah, because she did know, but of course it feels like she knows everything in general, but
Okay.
also we have tea times and stretchies. I don't know why you redeemed 2 at the same time of each, but I mean,
Why only chose one?
does it?
I
Yeah.
only see one of each too, but maybe it's just duplicating or something.
No, I think it's my Streamlabs being weird, because it showed 2 of the IAA 2 on my Streamlabs, but it only comes up
Oh.
one in the chat. So that's weird.
Weird.
Yeah, my Streamlabs is being all kinds of fucked up, but it's fine. Alright, so everybody do hydrate and a stretchies.
Big stretchy.
Oh, I need stretchies. I gotta do some yoga.
Water.
Ugh. That felt nice.
Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something?
Promise you what?
Monica pauses to collect her thoughts.
This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart. Or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it.
It's great.
Man.
The abyss.
Yeah. I want us to be ourselves like that.
Sayori smiles gently.
I'll promise if you promise.
Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile.
I promise.
Me too.
Aww. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities.
So,
Oh, music change.
Pretty.
I like it.
Me too.
want to teach me about poetry?
Huh? But what about recruitment?
It's fine. We have plenty of time for that.
This music's so cute. I love it.
It's really pretty.
But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know.
There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything.
That's fine. I think I just need, like, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems.
Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you.
Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good.
It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story.
Aw, that's such a sweet sentiment.
Yeah. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way. But it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning.
I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important.
Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on.
Stop being a perfectionist. You idiot. I'm just kidding.
Monica scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down.
No, keep it.
What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot?
Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want.
True.
But I was just... Well, yeah.
Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites, "You idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her.
Kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for. And I did that exact thing anyway. This is really gonna take some getting used to.
I believe in you.
Thanks. I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course.
Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. Surprisingly quite a struggle to write out without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts.
Yeah.
Monica looks up and down at her sheet.
Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating.
Mm-hmm. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems.
Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you.
Oh,
Yay. Yay.
you know. Sayori
Love it.
beams. I mean,
I'll stop here, but we still have time.
I'd rather ship them together than FurBaby.
Yeah.
Jeez. He's such a jerk.
True.
Let's try to work on it. Oh goodness.
I
Let's
feel
try to
that.
work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language.
Yay. Let's do it.
Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. FurBaby's only here to ruin the fun, right? Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members.
Dun dun dun.
Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one in the club room. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with.
If only this is the flyer we gave to that one girl reading the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. This piece of paper is hot.
Damn!
But
New catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Da, 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 da. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart, but the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students.
why do I feel so tense looking at this?
Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise.
Was I always this bad at expressing myself?
Oh.
How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about?
The Literature Club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight of Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate Club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort.
It's suffocating.
Aww.
I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself. For real.
Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her fingers across it. As she does that, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper.
Yeah.
Come on, Monica. Just move your hand.
Monica
Right
writes.
the way into his heart.
This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain.
Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. Yeah. The air conditioner seems louder today.
I'm here.
Hi.
Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stops for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down on the adjacent desk.
Bad day.
Understandable.
Me too.
You too?
The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Aww.
It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Oh, mood.
Mood. Sayori takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while.
Can I trust you?
Of course. You can trust me with anything.
Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Excuse me. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Oh.
Oh.
Look, I'll make you read that.
Sayori.
This is really, really hard for me.
Her voice shakes.
So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me.
It's not true, Sayori.
That's completely not true.
Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself.
That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is, like, screaming at me to stop.
Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday.
I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared.
At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence.
I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? I love her.
I know.
So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy.
But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing.
It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that.
Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past.
I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone.
Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person.
How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too?
I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It's just made me feel like I could say it in confidence, and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me.
Baby.
Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart. Me too. A feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them.
Me too. I was so lost until you showed up.
Honestly, I could ship it. I could ship it.
Mm-hmm.
You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare.
Monica steps forward.
But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy.
And, you know, wink wink.
If you'd like.
Oh,
Oh,
that is
gay! I love it!
really cute.
That's the cutest CG I've ever seen in my life! Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Oh. Through their contrast, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that, of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. Oh. She speaks softly. Oh.
You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met.
Gay, gay, gay.
You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise.
Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I love you. Oh, baby.
I am so worthless. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me.
She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek.
I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone just has to put up with me, and I hate it. I hate it.
The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest.
I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. Now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die.
As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle.
It's not putting up with you. It's just being your friend.
Monica offers a few words of comfort. But she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong, and Monica can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them like any good friend would do.
You have so much value. To me, and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy.
Aww.
That's what brought you here. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right?
Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. Kiss! 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 The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. That's so sweet. I love that.
I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others.
Valid.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are.
That's so sweet.
If that's what makes you happy.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. You're the best.
No, you are.
The two exchange smiles. No, you! No, you!
You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional?
Sayori nods.
It's scary,
It really is.
Yeah.
since it's already so hard to tell people.
Yeah. Well, of course it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you.
Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would.
Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches.
Wow, that made me tired. And hungry.
Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it.
In that case.
No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy.
Monica smiles.
But I might want to get a snack first.
Valid. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. Is it Yuri? The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Ayo!
And
Oh my god.
Screams forever.
Okay, who's responsible for creating a Twitter account for Monica? I think it's hilarious, but for God's sake, don't tell Paula. I would get 404'd in a microsecond. Are you just relaying her tweets manually, or did you code some kind of pass-through layer to automate it? Based on the contents of the tweets, e.g. not screaming for help, I assume they're coming from the control simulation? What?
that's
Everything's so meta, I just can't.
Yeah.
What is what the
Yeah.
frick is going on?
I
My heart.
desperately need you to send me that photo.
How do I save it?
Great question.
I don't know. I can do a screenshot.
We can figure it out
We'll
later.
figure it out later, yeah.
No, wait, hang on. Let me move this over here. We're gonna do this thing. There you go. Everybody gets the photo.
Heck yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
I love it.
So good.
And I almost set it as the wallpaper. Bam.
Understandable.
Bam.
Monica has had a Twitter for a couple years, and it's, I don't know if it's still running, to be honest, but it was really good back whenever Doki Doki first came out.
That's cool.
I didn't know that actually. But I'm not surprised. Okay, you wanna go through Yuri's, I guess?
That sounds good to me.
Yuri, Sayori?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds
Let's get
cute.
some Scylla time. Some bunny time.
Banani.
Banani. Nice, let's go. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Need a little blush. Huh? Huh? Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. Oh no, she's cute. She very conspicuously mouths to Monica.
It's her. It's the girl.
The girl of my dreams. It's true, the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on the desk, it seems she's found her way to the club.
Are you here for the literature club by any chance?
Am I in the wrong place?
No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside.
The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement.
It's happening. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori. We run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. But
Oh wow, she has a lot of followers. Jesus.
yeah.
That is insanity.
I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
She has 469,000 followers. Dang.
My goodness.
That's a lot.
What's your name, by the way?
I'd like to join your club.
Please. Onegaishimasu.
Already?
Wait, really? Are you sure?
I mean, I should be good enough.
Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough.
Oh.
Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you.
The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down.
So, what's your name?
Yuri.
I'm Sayori, and this is Monica.
Sayori, I already...
Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy?
What kind of fantasy are we talking here?
Books?
What, you mean like books?
I have a lot of fantasies. What do
Oh,
you mean?
Sayori. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about my Monica Sayori fantasy. Sorry. Yuri looks at Monica.
Fantasy is cool.
Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle DuPont?
I
DuPont?
That's it. DuPont.
Close enough.
I can't say I have.
I think it's either... is it French?
DuPont.
Dupont? I think it's Dupont.
It might
Perhaps.
be. There's like, yeah.
Oh, well, she's my favorite author.
Yeah, if it is French, the French like to, you know, make all their letters silent for some weird reason.
Right.
I'm on her 5th book, and it's just...
Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheek in joy.
Aw. You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind.
Oh, I'm the same way. I'm like, please read this thing that I've read so we can talk about it. Because no one else knows what it is.
Me forcing Yuki to read ReZero so I can talk about it with her.
Okay, but I love ReZero. You didn't have to try very hard.
Valid.
You're really in for an incredible experience.
Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help.
I'd love to. Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
We'll get him next time.
It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great.
So happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them.
Yuri quickly stands up.
I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you.
You probably only need to bring one for now.
I do this all the time. Like, whenever I go, I'm gonna be going, like, out of town or, like, going anywhere, I'll bring, like, 3 books. And I'm just like, why did I bring 3 books? There's no way I'm gonna have time to read all of these.
Right.
But I bring them all anyway. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk.
True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then.
Yuri exits the clubroom in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances.
Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have like no experience with fantasy except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid. But that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into.
I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that?
Monica, don't you think we should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy.
And, you know, possibly Yuri.
I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden.
It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead.
What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori.
I just like learning what makes people happy or sad.
Yeah.
Same.
Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here.
I feel like Sayori would be a good psychologist.
Yeah.
Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her.
Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides,
Sayori lowers her voice.
I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get.
She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri's left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return.
I'm back.
Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. That book's a real chonker, Dusty says.
There are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that might be, or that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start.
Oof.
Um,
My favorite series is actually like this. It's like a series of connecting novels that all has, like, centered around the same, like, concepts, but it's from different, like, time frames. So it's
Yuri out
like
here trying to explain fate to Sayori.
I know it's all over the place, and I'm just like, how do I even begin to explain this series to people that don't understand?
Okay, before I show you this anime, let me sit you down. We're gonna talk about it for an hour, and then you'll be ready, okay?
An hour? That's not a lot of time, actually. Sayori nervously interjects.
Well, I was thinking maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more.
Ooh.
You know, I think, like, if we're going to be reading together, then I would like that.
From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking.
Oh. Okay.
Yuri sits down and looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add.
So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club?
Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements.
Oof.
I only found out because she...
Yuri glances over at Monica.
Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk.
Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens. She shakes her head at herself.
I was so stupid. I got too nervous and I couldn't even look up. So she just walked out.
That's so valid. I do that.
It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But I decided that was probably irrational. Proud of you, Yuri.
Hey. Well, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, like, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you'd come by.
Yuri exhales in relief.
I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. Such as there being too many people.
Valid.
Understandable.
Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you.
I always like small groups of friends too.
I definitely came at the right time.
Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come.
Yuri smiles warmly to herself.
I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things as I am, except online. So I thought the literature club could provide a chance for me to do that.
What kinds of other things are you into?
Knives.
Like genres?
I don't know, just anything. Even if it's not literature. Knives.
Knives.
Oh, You know, blood.
Damn.
Just things you would think are dumb.
Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face.
How about I'll tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into.
Oh no.
I suppose that would be okay.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty into, like, crafty things. Like, making cute little collages or decorating things, like cards or jewelry boxes.
Aww. Nothing much, just a large collection of knives that cut skin like paper. Jesus Christ.
My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put it off until the last minute.
That's valid. I like doing crafts, but half the time they never work out. Then I get upset, and then I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that is so fair. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into.
You sound quite creative.
Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff.
Whoa.
So I have to share something that I'm into now, right? So I have to share something that I'm into now, right?
Oh my god. I sent the, hang on, picture to the wrong chat, my bad.
Oh, you're fine.
There's the picture.
Cute.
Sayori nods. Everybody put that as your desktop background now.
Well, I guess I'm into nature.
I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club.
See you later. Damn.
No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
Damn. She's taking the lead in this relationship.
Am not.
Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as Vice President of the Literature Club.
Now you can't leave me. There.
There. Now you're stuck with me.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
I really didn't think that I would ship those two so much.
Right?
So good together. Just the no, you're not.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh, yeah? Like,
Oh yeah?
such like a, like, just to frankly, like a top and bottom relationship. It's so funny.
So good.
It's fine.
Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off.
I like going out into the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around.
I like going for short little walks. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's peaceful.
Alice is here. Hi.
Yee, let's go into the woods. Alright, we got another hydrate and stretchies. Ugh. Yeah, I haven't heard from Alice in a long time because I've not been streaming, so it's been a minute.
To the woods and out of the woods and home before dawn.
How's the Alice? Oof. I just came back from being sick. It feels like everyone's getting sick. It's awful.
Yeah.
Feels bad. I'm also out of water, and I'm sad about that.
F.
Oof. So if anyone does a hydrate, well, I guess I'll have to go get more water.
Understandable.
just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while.
That's a good word.
When do you like to do that?
Yeah, it is that time of year again, unfortunately. Winter, like, I always seem to get a cold or something in winter every single year.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it.
Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that.
I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers.
The three
Okay, but
continue their
sometimes-
conversation. Oh, go ahead.
Sometimes you gotta just, like, do absolutely nothing, even if it is
Yeah.
letting it slip through your fingers.
So true.
Yeah.
Like, it requires so much mental energy to allocate, like, time slots to things that...
Right? It really does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man. I always feel like I never have any time. I'm just like, where did it go? What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
And then people are like, well, why haven't you seen this or done that or read this? I'm like, I have no time! Cries
Totally
internally. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more.
Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting?
That's the plan.
I'm so excited.
Oh, bunny excitement. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile.
Bye.
As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room.
Sayori, you are a lifesaver.
I didn't do anything. I just talked.
Oh, sorry.
Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting?
I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best.
I think you'll do great.
Oh, they're so supportive of each other!
Yeah.
Nice. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Nice. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room.
It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay?
Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact.
I'm sorry about yesterday.
Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about.
Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my book and how you had to stop me so we could talk first.
Valid. Me, whenever I get excited about something.
Understandable.
It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so...
Oh, that's understandable.
Yeah. Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were.
Oh,
Well, still. I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it.
Huh? Why?
Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested.
oh.
But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing.
I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me.
That's not what I was doing.
A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Oof.
Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet.
Well, we don't even know what to do anyways.
I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right?
I would love that, actually. To just have time to sit and read.
Mm-hmm.
Reading together, too. That would be really, really fun.
Yeah.
And cute.
Why am I being so resistant to this anyway?
That's like my dream date, a book date.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this.
Aw. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here.
Suri pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book.
Dusk Bell.
Ooh.
Part 1 of the Everlast Saga.
Ooh.
It's Duskfall by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now.
Oh, right. I should probably get some paper.
Yuri grabs a spiral notebook off of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper.
Wait, how come you need paper?
Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes.
I never do that when I read.
Yeah, understandable.
I just read. And if I lose something or something doesn't come up, I'm just like, well.
Understandable. Notes?
It just, to me, like, if you take notes, it feels like homework, and it just makes reading not fun
Right.
for me, but everybody's a little different, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean... yes. That's an effective strategy.
Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre.
Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. Oof. We'll get him next time. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did.
Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to make it as accessible as possible.
I trust you. You're like super smart.
Oh, please.
Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. No.
You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily,
Yeah.
I'm awful at anything involving real people. Same.
Valid.
That should be evident through the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. There's different levels of, like, intelligence. There's, like, social intelligence. There's, like, book smart intelligence. And then you can just
there's, like, emotional
separate...
intelligence,
Yeah.
like math, like games. Like there's lots of different ways to be smart at things.
Right, and there's a bunch of different categories. You can't just, like, say someone's, you know, especially smart at everything, you know?
Right.
Because everybody has their own things they're good at, not good at.
Mm-hmm.
Especially you.
No.
Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's.
You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
Anyway, would you like to get started?
I'm waiting for her to ask to make tea.
Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectation, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspects of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards.
How do people come up with this stuff?
Lots and lots and lots of time and planning.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Special interest scoper.
Right?
It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do.
I think my style of writing is
This
like
is
a mixture. Because, like, I like to get into some detail, but I also like, you know, just going by what I feel at the moment, which is more like a Sayori basic level, you know, of writing, so...
This is like the first place where I've really diverged from being like, oh, Sayori is just like me in all ways. Because it's like, I actually really obsessively get into things, so I very much understand how people do, like, write these things and come up with these things, right? Like...
Yeah. Yeah. I also, like, hyper-focus on, like, projects and stuff, so when I get into something, it's, like, one thing and one thing only.
Yes, yes.
What kind of writing?
Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just like putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work.
Ah, you're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs.
Oh my god.
That's really cool.
This novel has...
So much.
What?
It's really cool, but that's so much.
Yeah.
That's like...
Tolkien level.
Yeah, Tolkien level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Next, you're gonna tell us that there's 10 pages written about a tree.
Or like 30 pages
Ooh.
on just the economy. Like,
Right?
No way.
I love Tolkien, but damn. It's so much. Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun.
Aw.
Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready.
Okay, but I can't read very fast.
Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in.
I see.
I'm like iffy on patience because it depends on what it's like for. Like what I'm patiently waiting for. Sayori jots Yuri is patient into her notes.
Hey, that's for the book.
I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient because I need that sometimes.
Me too.
So valid.
A lot of times.
Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents.
Okay. Chapter 1.
I'm shocked there's no prologue. The room
Right.
becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean? Priscilla moment.
Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent.
It's okay to ask questions, right?
Of course.
Sayori turns the page.
Are these footnotes?
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's like I'm
A
reading
lot of
Shakespeare all over again. Ugh.
A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood.
Mm.
The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, but Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned.
Wait, are they talking about the past right now? Or the present?
Where?
Right here.
They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having.
But they didn't tell me that.
Context clues. Context clues.
It's implied from the context.
God, I heard that a million times in school. Context clues, Heather. Context clues. I'm like, God damn it. Just tell me what you want from me.
Right?
Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Oh, that's valid. I do that with, like, when other people are, like, really into things. Like, I struggle getting into similar things because I'm scared that they're gonna think I'm stupid because I'm new to the concept of it, and they're so
Right.
passionate about it. I do that all the time.
Understandable. Wait, did you read that? I just only-
Sorry. I was reading what Momo sent to the chat.
Oh no, yeah, you're fine. I was confused for a second.
No, you good. At
Yeah,
last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter.
I think we can stop here for now.
Okay.
Sayori's probably like, thank God. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far.
So, what are your thoughts up to this point? So what are you? Oh,
You good. Sayori tries to find words.
Am I doing well so far?
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. but I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do.
Hmm. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades.
I see.
Yuri quietly gathers her things.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
Yuri pauses, then shakes her head.
We can do something else tomorrow.
No.
Oh.
But
I'm sorry.
wait, sorry for what? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all.
Oh.
I'm sorry I made you.
Yuri leaves.
You weren't making me.
Siri is left all alone with her words.
How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back?
Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them.
Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun.
Oh.
I need to do better for her.
Poor baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Look how happy.
Cute.
Is that the only picture? Okay, I think so. More music. Ohio Sayori. Cute.
Such cute titles, yeah.
Right? Alright, part 2. I say this is probably the last one. Because I gotta start getting ready for bed and stuff. Because I got work in the morning.
Understandable.
Yeah. For the first time, Sarah is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at the desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down.
Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment.
Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica.
Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. I'm going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one here.
Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so...
Yuri?
Music change. Funny.
Sorry, I did it, but you probably just didn't hear
Oh,
me.
I didn't hear it. I think it cut off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
It's okay.
It happens with a lot of, like, if there's a sentence that's just like a word or a sound, it happens a lot.
It just says no. Mike just says no. Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the clubroom against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up.
Gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the clubroom is open.
Is your voice echoing?
Yeah.
Just
Sorry,
need
we're in the same room, so
Oh no, it's good. It's good.
It's not.
Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the clubroom through the window, then looks away.
Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead.
Me? With club publicity stuff?
Yes.
Monica is utterly confused. That's a mood. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the clubroom herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside.
Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along.
Me too.
Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic, she realizes, that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club.
Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones.
Yuri nods and the two set off.
Or say
Also,
three.
my brain just, like, put this together, but the theme that she came up with, Right the Way into Your Heart, and then Doki Doki is the name of the game.
Yeah.
Brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ducky ducky.
I got it. I got it. It was there all along. The two
Heather's on top of it.
It was there all along. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation.
So, how's everything been going?
Fine.
That's good.
Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up
Awkward.
at the stinted conversation. Valid, though. How the heck does Sayori do it?
Sorry I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers.
Sayori told me.
What did you two end up doing yesterday?
Just some reading.
Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel like more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me, because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you're able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that.
She's not into it.
Huh?
She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing her into it.
Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it.
Did something happen?
Yuri sighs.
No, it's just me.
Yuri pauses.
Hmm? Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm thinking.
A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head.
I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden.
Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything.
Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it.
Monica pauses and thinks, oh no, I don't have water. Oh no.
No.
No. Alright, I'll stretch and I'll go get some water real quick, I guess.
You can be getting water.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I will be right back.
Okay.
Feel free to talk about stuff while I'm gone. But not talk
Yeah.
about me, you know. I'm just kidding, you can talk about me if you want.
I'm really,
Heather
really
is
liking
really
these side
cool.
stories. Heather is very cool.
I really love these. Seeing
They're
all
so
like,
good.
the new music, the new scenes, like
Yeah. It's just really cool because, like, there's a lot of. Doki Doki always had, like, a great feel to it for, like, if it was just going to be a regular, like, shoujo sort of story, it feels like it would have been really good at that. And this feels like that, right? And it's heavy in a good way, the way that, like, good shoujo is, where even though there's no action or fighting or superpowers or whatever, it still has a lot of, like, personal conflict and, like, internal things and, like, emotional stuff, and it's just really, really, really good at that.
it's really nice to not have the constant worry like, oh, I bet this character's gonna die very soon.
Yeah, true. It is
also, like,
definitely a nice thing.
yeah. It also like is really cool to see like the context behind all of the characters' relationships before we see it in like the actual game.
True, yeah.
Um, even though like I guess a lot of people were kind of complaining that like it makes Monica into like a much worse character because they have these close relationships, but then she like basically kills them all.
Yeah, but I think that kind of, like, ignores the whole concept of the plot.
Yeah, totally.
Like, it's the, like, game that's corrupting the president, because, like,
Mm-hmm.
the moment that they put Sayori in her position, she immediately went full, like, yandere murder immediately. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's like really, to me, I think it's really cool to see that like they were good friends and Monica did like start this club with the like idea
Good
of just
intentions.
helping people and
Yeah. So them at their core, like, aren't bad people. It's just
right.
the corruption of the game, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to me it like very
Yep.
much like humanizes Monica even more. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Monica apologist, but like I still think that like it adds so much to every character that like people are just ignoring whenever they're talking about it, being like,
Mm-hmm.
how dare she kill these people because they were clearly good friends and she doesn't care just because of a boy, blah blah blah. And it's like, well, no.
There's a little bit more going on there, yeah.
Right, there's a bit more to it
Yeah.
than that. Yeah, I think people miss the story beat about the fact that, like, it's out of their control. About the fact that, like, Monica was being kind of, like, affected, controlled by being the, like, president, and then we see that because of Sayori immediately being affected and controlled by it too. But I think people kind of, like, miss that, or, like, don't really put that together when they, like, think about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right?
You underestimate my power.
Right? Oh god.
It's so silly.
Hole. I love that redeem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, continuing on. I got my water, Kazik. Don't fret. It's all good.
Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club. Hopefully, anyway.
I think it's from a meme. I think that's the reason. I don't know. It's the only one I could find that had the whole thing, like, and it wasn't a spoof or something.
Right.
I was like, it has to be the real, like, phrase with the whole scene there.
And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with.
Everyone can be happy with?
Everyone.
Not just only some people?
Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be?
True.
I see.
Yuri looks a little more relaxed.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, goodness. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs.
Okay.
Yuri takes a deep breath. I think we all need to take a deep breath sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself.
Valid.
Same.
Insane, yes.
I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversations about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop.
Mood.
But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into the third category.
What? Hold on, you're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you?
Yuri nods.
I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that. Move on. Sayori is too nice to me.
Monica's about to just be like, no, that's just how she is with everyone.
Right?
I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with wherever I pushed her and pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fists clenched.
I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Oh, I'm sorry. I just read
Oh,
Momo's line. Oops.
it's all good.
Oh, I didn't even realize. I was just
Yeah,
reading
my
the
brain was
text.
like, yeah, that's right.
That sounds fair.
Yeah, sure. Close enough.
Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. Yeah, so if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen.
That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? All of them.
Oof.
I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so...
No, I think I'm starting to understand.
Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better.
Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that.
Bless you.
Sorry. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Queen of shit.
I don't have good communication.
Communication is key, man. Like, to any good friendship, relationship, like, you gotta communicate. Yuri stops and shakes her head.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... it's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it.
Yuri pauses to think.
I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. Man, these stories are making me feel so many things about my own
Everything.
life.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me.
Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her.
You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really did outdo himself with these.
True.
Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something.
This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people.
You know.
Oh, you know. So, thank you.
Anytime.
Monica smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Aww.
Cute.
Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. It'll be great.
Yuri sighs and shakes her head.
I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it.
Just do it!
If I don't do it now, I never will.
Yuri starts toward the door, but then turns to face Monica.
You're not just going to wait outside, are you?
I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something?
Aw.
That's so sweet. Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading.
Aha.
Sorry. I guess that has nothing to do with this.
Monica's
Unless-
light bulb just goes bing!
Right?
You know, now that you oh, sorry. Oops.
You
Keep
know.
doing that.
You
Now that you
know.
mentioned it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right?
Would that really be possible?
I'll look into it. I think it would be great.
Yuri smiles and nods at the thought.
Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck.
Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door.
Yuri? Wait, hold on. I'm not done yet.
Yuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realized how Sayori has been spending her afternoon.
I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look.
Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair.
I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard.
Stop.
Yuri presses her fists against her forehead.
Please stop. I can't take this.
Yuri?
Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sayori looks away in guilt.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me.
Yuri shakes her head.
No. It's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. Or, oops, sorry.
It's okay. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like...
I don't want your pity.
Ouch!
Whew.
Why did I do that?
Yuri sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks.
I'm sorry.
Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. Oh.
It's okay.
Sayori whispers in a soothing voice.
It's okay. It's okay.
Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. So Monica was able to console Sayori, and now Sayori is able to console Yuri.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sweet. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself.
I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise, I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay?
Aww. Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. And Yuri said she was like really patient, so Sayori is kind of returning that patience. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice.
I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am.
Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue.
I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought this was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only thing I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself overly obsessive in front of other people, I feel like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all.
Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well.
Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need too.
Aww.
Your mic might not have picked you up, Priscilla.
But sorry, yeah, it did.
All good.
Did pick me up. I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes.
That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me.
But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning I have a lot of patience.
Yeah, I know. But my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes.
Valid.
I'm sure it's the same for you, right?
Yeah. Irrational fears.
Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are.
Aww.
I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise. That's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So true.
I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me.
Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms.
Aww.
Precious. By the way, can you send this image to me whenever we're done with this?
Yeah, I will send
Or
all
in
the
the group chat.
CGs because they're all so
Yeah,
precious.
they're so good.
They're all also on the wiki if you want to get
Yeah, I'll actually like
files.
pin them all too if you guys want to the group
Mhm.
chat.
Oh, your hair is so pretty. Gay. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off.
Same. Valid. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing.
Aw.
Sayori, sensing Yuri's discomfort, lets her rest. Must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Aww, that's so sweet.
cute.
Well then. Based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading.
Nope,
That's what I wanted to hear.
I did it in the wrong chat again. God damn it. Hold
It is all
on.
Daijobu.
Sorry. Pins the right message to the right chat. Haha. Got it. Nailed it. Nice. Okay. Did you say that already?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I wanted to hear.
We can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest. I won't be offended.
Of course. I'm not going to judge anything this early on, though, so we'll just see what happens.
Oh, and... It's not good to touch people without their consent first.
But, I mean, the gay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm sorry, Momo.
Let's give Mama hat pats.
Wait,
Monica's back. haven't seen you like at all recently.
It wasn't her chapter, man. Sayori trots over to Monica.
Chat, chat, chat. Ah,
She whispers loudly.
can I hug you?
Sure, Sayori.
Right, this is something I'm doing in my relationships now.
Can I hug you? It's really cute.
Sayori rubs her arms around Monica.
Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster.
That hug energy, though.
Ah. Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. So they're like reading Artemis Fowl or something now?
I don't know. Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles.
Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club.
You've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like.
Yes.
I wish more people would be like this. Oh my god.
Right?
Because everybody's just so... I want it my way and only my way, and they don't want to look at other things. And it's just like, that's where everything gets screwed up, because you're not opening your mind to other possibilities, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is really, really wholesome and good.
Yeah.
I support this very much. Do you like poetry?
Yuri smiles. I love poetry.
That was so good.
Aww. I want
That's
breakfast.
adorable.
I believe in you. You are my sunshine. Look at the cookie!
Be positive.
Pancakes! Oh, that's so cute. Wake up, get ready, go!
To do.
Look
Wake
at
up. You
Look at her
You are loved. I love that you are
Aw.
loved.
Aww. So cute.
It's very, very
There's
cute.
Yuri. There's Natsuki. There's Monica. Aww. Cute. There's a little rainbow over here. Aww. I love it. And then there's CG. Haha. Nice.
Cute.
Love. Alright, take a screenshot.
That is so adorable.
That has my whole heart.
Mm-hmm.
Finds the right chat. I don't know why this is a problem for me. I guess I'm in too many chats. Alright. Pin. Wacha.
Hooray.
Alright, set says new wallpaper. There we go. Every time we get a CG, we're gonna change the wallpaper.
Yeah.
There we go. Daijoubu. Aw, cute.
So cute.
I love them. Alright. So I have like too many ships now. It needs to stop. Okay.
Right.
Well, they should
Basically,
all
they
just
all just
hate
need
each other.
Right? It needs to be a polycule thing.
Polly,
Yes.
all shoujo.
There you go.
It solves all anime problems immediately.
Seriously though. Alright, well, I think we'll call it there. We have 8 left of these ones, and then I think there's 2 that unlock after we finish all of these, like as like an epilogue. That's what I saw from the guide that I was looking at anyway, so we have
That's
a little
pretty
bit.
cool.
So we will get through some more next time. So
Yeah.
Let me see if we can find somebody to raid.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, who we got in here? If you guys have anyone you want me to raid, feel free to shout them out.
I have a lot of people that are streaming. Oh my goodness.
Jaju's streaming. Obsidia's streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who I raided last time.
I don't remember either. Oh, my list just changed.
Oof.
Divvy just went live as well as Lily Lyco.
Love Lily Lyco.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Also,
if everybody wants to like take a vote, I guess we'll decide the majority vote.
Sure.
Okay, so Obsidia is my vote.
Okay. I'm definitely cool with reading Obsidia, but I think I'll put my vote for Lily Lyco.
Okay.
I'll also put mine for Lily because she's super sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Fine with whatever.
Okay, fair. Alright, send me her, or type in her username so I can make sure I spell it right.
Yeah, it's Lily Lyco, like that. And I'll put it in here too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not following her, so
Okay.
yeah. So
She's very cool.
I will go follow. Yes.
I was briefly almost in a VTuber group with her, but now we're just friends, so she's very cool.
What is she playing right now? Just for...
She's on Just Chatting, but her title says something about can we have Hatsune Miku, so I'm guessing she might play like a
Ooh.
fun game or something later.
Ooh, let's go. I played Project Diva Mega Mix the other day for my celebration stream, so that's exciting. I loves the Miku.
Did you want to do a raid message?
Oh, yeah. I have a raid message. Alright. I forgot I have to... My Streamlabs is messed up. I have to do it in the actual Twitch chat. Okay. Alright, everybody copy the raid message. Go send Lily your love. We'll see whatever she's doing whenever she gets there. We'll be continuing Doki Doki's The Side Stories every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless something happens, and in which case I will throw a message out on my Twitter to let you all know. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a good evening. Go check out Lily, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.